main topic. And the topic we are going to discuss tonight is the power of leverage. Okay? The power of leverage. Now, every rich person understands leverage. And when I'm through tonight, you will also understand the true power of leverage. In fact, the imagery on the screen right now that I've used gives you a rough idea. One person tipping the balance. Okay? Now you will see a quote at the bottom there from the Greek philosopher Archimedes, who said, "Give me a lever long and strong enough and a place to balance that lever, and I will move the world." That is truly amazing. That is the true essence of leverage. Okay? And that's what I want us to investigate properly this evening. So let's get into it. But what exactly is leverage? One quick interpretation or introduction could be this: the ability to influence a system or an environment in a way that multiplies the outcome of your effort without a corresponding increase in the consumption of your resources or extra power. Okay, that's one introduction. Another introduction is, in other words, leverage is the advantageous condition of having a relatively small amount of cost or effort and getting it to yield a relatively high level of returns. All right? Now, I'm going to break this down even further. All right, so everybody really is on the same page. And later on, of course, there are two truly amazing ladies we are going to recognize tonight, and I trust they are both on this call. These are ladies who just achieved the supervisor rank, and these are truly two exceptional ladies, and and I'm truly excited about these people. So we are going to hear from them in a little while, so we can introduce them and they can tell us how come they made such fantastic progress in such short period of time. Right? Jenny Izioba from Nigeria, and Dorcas in South Africa. We're going to hear from these two amazing ladies. Right? Wonderful. So let's carry on with our training. Now, how do you create leverage? Everywhere around you, whether you recognize it or not, leverage is taking place. For example, business owners usually need to borrow money when they are looking to launch their businesses. Depending on the size of the business, most of them can generate money by selling stocks or bonds in that business. And they exchange those stocks or bonds for cash. All right? So they use the cash injection to launch their businesses. That is leveraging at work. That's one example people understand. Another example, of course, may be a small business owner, and there's been so many around the world who have launched their small businesses by leveraging on a Visa or MasterCard or from a rich auntie or uncle or parent somewhere. All right, so they borrow the money. This is good borrowing because there's good credit and bad. This is good borrowing when you're borrowing money to launch a business as opposed to borrowing money to buy depreciating goods. This is excellent investment. So many people, I have known a few myself over the years, who have borrowed from their credit card or MasterCard to finance their business. All right? Now, without leveraging OPM, which is other people's money, very few people could go into business. There are different types of leveraging. Of course, we are going to focus on the main one that interests us tonight, which is leveraging in building a large business in MLM. I'm just giving you a quick understanding of leveraging. So without other people's money, very few people you know will have been able to go into business. So that's leveraging at work right there again. Traditional business, for example, hire people to work for them. A lot of you listening in tonight, if you have a job, you fall into this category. Why? Because this is exactly what is happening at your work. whoever you are working for, they leverage your efforts. All right? So the employees trade time for money. So you clock in your time, you work from 8 to 6 or 9 to 5:30. You are trading your time, okay, for money, in return for money. But the company leverages on the cumulative and synergistic value from all the employees. So by virtue of the amount of labor they are able to benefit from the amount of employees they have, your company is leveraging on all of your labor. They are paying you a percentage of what they take in whilst they keep the lion's share. That's just how it works. This also works in recruitment agencies. This works with headhunting. This works in the real estate industry. Everywhere you turn, I mean, this also works in my own traditional business. All right. Over the years, many of you know I run a corporate training business for many, many years now. And there are certain areas of skill that I don't have. For example, when I've had clients over the years ask me that they need trainers to provide training financial instruments or the markets or the or inland revenue to areas I don't have expertise in. Okay, I get the business, but then I go and I hire trainers who have expertise in those areas. I hire those trainers and I pay them a percentage of what I invoice the client. So they are paid handsomely, but even though I am not delivering training, I still make profit. You see how it works? So for example, that individual is going to be paid £700 a day. I might invoice 1,400 or 1,300. And that individual is paid his £700 for the day, but I make a profit of 500-600. You see how it works? That's called leverage. Okay? Every successful business must understand the power of leverage. Now, even to own your own house or your own flat that you own right now, maybe besides Africa. In Africa, most people tend to build their houses, but these days, they are bringing into the mortgage business as well. Mortgages is quite exciting in Africa at the moment. People are buying homes through banks. But to own or rent your own home via a mortgage, it means you are leveraging money from the bank because you put a small percentage. Over here in Europe, I mean, let's use the UK example. They might ask you for 10, 15, 20, 25% deposit. Even for a time, for many, many years, all you had to put down was 5% of the value of the home you wanted to buy. And the bank will loan you 95% of the money, which means you are leveraging other people's money to buy your home. That's leverage at work, or gearing, or different names that it's called. Okay? So you are getting the idea of how leverage works. This is leading us to how you use leverage successfully in building your MLM business. Okay? So, in quick summary, so far, leverage is either other people's money, money at work, or people at work. Now, there are about 7 different types of leveraging, but the main ones really we are looking at other people's money, other people's effort. Okay? Those are the 2 main focus of leveraging. Let's look at leveraging at work. Now, most of you are probably familiar with the cash flow quadrant, which you can see on your screen right now. Okay? This is very powerful. Now, when Robert Kiyosaki produced this work, this is one of the best-selling books ever, Rich Dad Poor Dad Cash Flow Quadrant. Very, very exciting book to read. Now, here's what's interesting about this particular quadrant. This is called the ESBI, right? The E, as you can see, stands for employee. The S stands for self-employed. The B stands for business owners. And the I stands for investor. Now, I want to show you the true power of leverage using this diagram on the screen. Most people you know belong to the left. All right? In fact, 95% of people on this call right now, I'll guess, in fact, I would say 98% to 9% of people on this call right now will be on the left. All right? So, that means the E, it means you are an employee. And most people usually will start as an employee, and there's nothing wrong with that. Society is made more of these types of people. These are people, they go to school, they finish school, they are looking for a job. Their language is very different. Their language is always about job, 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 job. I need a job. I need a better job. I have to find a job. So they speak the language of job. They don't speak the language of business. Most of them are not entrepreneurial. They are looking for the security that the job provides, 9 to 5. Yes, 9 to 5, I pay my bills, right? And they're thinking, oh, I work to so and so age, then I want to retire and then go on a pension. So their mindset is set on a job and retirement. Entrepreneurs don't talk like that. Okay? Entrepreneurs' language is completely different. Entrepreneurs talk about investments. They don't talk about retiring. When they say retiring, they mean to pursue what they want to do, not to put their feet up and not do anything at all. All right? Now, here's what's interesting about employees. These are people, you see the time clock there? It means they are trading time to money. They trade their time to get paid. These are people, they have to tell them when their time, they have to go to break. Today, by the way, break at 12:40, or today you need to go to a lunch at 1 o'clock because so and so need to go after you, so and so need to go after you, so that is the time you need to go. These are people, when they want to go to the toilet, sometimes they have to take, sorry, excuse me, I have to go to the toilets. All right? These people are owned by the companies they work for. Okay? Very, very rare for these people to create wealth. It is possible in a job, but very, very rare. All right? Maybe about 5% can create wealth in this quadrant. Okay? So I think you're getting the picture now. A lot of these people very, very quickly move on to the next. In fact, all of us right now in this call, 99.9% of us listening in right now are self-employed. Okay? Now, you may obviously have your main job. That's fantastic. But alongside your main job, you are building a part-time enterprise. You are building a part-time business with origin. Okay? Now, when you are self-employed, all it means is that you own a job. You don't have a job now, but you own a job. Or rather, your job owns you. Okay? You are married to this business. And most of you will attest to that who are working your origin business. You will agree. It consumes a lot of your time when you are building momentum. You are married to it 24/7. Okay? Why is that? I'm going to show you in a moment, because you are gathering momentum. Right? Now, the way this works is that you are still trading time for money because you are building your foundations. It is business. And a lot of people fall into this quadrant. GPs, doctors, dentists, architects. A lot of them fall into the self-employed accountants, dressing salon owners, beauticians. All these people, pastors, all these people fall under the self-employed quadrant. But a lot of them are making the transition from self-employment to becoming a business owner. And I'm going to show you exactly how that works. Okay? Now, usually in our business, on average within 2 to 3 years, you notice that you begin to make the transition from self-employed to becoming a business owner. Interesting. For some people, it may take them 3 to 5 years to make that transition from self-employed. They are still self-employed, quote unquote, in the wider sense of the word, but these are people now who are transitioning to owning their own business. Now, stay with me, please, because I don't want to lose you. When you start, initially, you start as a self-employed person married to your own job because you are trading a lot of time to build this business, okay? But within 2 to 3 years for a lot of people, and within 3 to 5 years for most people, they begin to the transition from self-employment here, quadrant 2, to quadrant 3. They begin to become a business where they own a system. All right? Now, how does that work? Well, this is the system that is owned by most of the franchises, the McDonald's of this world, Richard Branson's, all these guys, they own business systems. And the way business systems work, of course, is that they go out there. Take Richard Branson. If you are not familiar with him, he's one of the billionaires here in the UK, one of the most famous billionaires in the world, quite an exciting character, individual. Richard Branson, for example, owns over 250 or so businesses. So what does he do? He spends a lot of his time visioning, all right? But he goes after talented people. And he gets a lot of his talented people to run his different businesses. He pays them exciting amounts of money. Some of them have profit share in the company. And he gets them to run those businesses on his behalf. 200 CEOs or managing directors running various aspects of his businesses, running a system. So business owners own systems that are replicated. So they own system, and you replicate the system. For example, Burger King, McDonald's, these are all systems that are being replicated, for example, or you could call it a turnkey opportunity. You take a proven formula, you go run it, and it creates success for you. But how does it really work here? Now, self-employed, a lot of us on this call right now, we have a lot of people who are part of our teams. Yes? So, of course, you already have people at work. You're already leveraging from some people's effort in your team. Excuse me. But when you get to the B quadrant, you are leveraging at a massive scale. Okay? And what begins to happen here, you have a system where people start, you teach them the system, they run away with this system, and they go build their own business empires. But within your own system. So even though they are building their own business empires, they are part of your own empire. And you are paid a percentage of their production. It is within that period of time that you begin to earn the kind of money that these business owners traditionally earn. $1 million a year, $500,000 a year, $250,000 a year. You begin to access $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, $100,000 a year, $800,000 a year. All of these numbers, you begin to earn these kinds of money. Why? Because you have a successful business system that you've been able to teach others. Others have come in, they've bought into the system. You've spent energy and time teaching them how the system works. You are giving them business ownership. They are not working for you. That's a big difference. They are not working for you. They are working for themselves, number one. But number two, their business, however, is a part of your business. So whatever happens in their business, a percentage rolls up to you. So in traditional business, that cannot happen. Because in traditional business, you're only going to have one boss at the top. And that boss keeps control. He's going to pay you, but he's not going to pay you as he pays himself. Are you getting it? But in the quad B here, you give the same system you own to your own person. That person knows they can earn as much as you earn or more. They can even earn more than you. You see the power? So in their mind, they do not feel cheated. They don't feel, well, I need to go and be a competition to you. They don't have to be a competition to you because the same system that you own, they own it too. So they can use the same system with better leverage and better effort to create even bigger wealth than you who brought them into the business. So it's a level playing field. And everybody has the same opportunity to reach the pinnacle of success at the top of the company. So everybody knows it's a matter of meritocracy, not a matter of who knows who or inside connections or all of this stuff. No, but it's a matter of equity and sweat. Who puts in the work, who puts in the effort can get to the very same top as everybody else. As a matter of fact, I'm speaking to some of my key partners right now, some of my key leaders in this team, talking to them about going President Circle. All right? Now, I'm a President Circle member. In traditional business, I would not want you to be a President Circle member because that means my position is threatened. Do you see how it works? But in our business, I want as many President Circle members as possible to come from my team because the more successful they are, the more successful I am. So you're beginning to see why network marketing has been called the fairest form of free enterprise. People who talk down network marketing do not really understand what we are doing here. All right? The principles that govern network marketing are superior principles than traditional business. And that is the truth. Because in network marketing or MLM, you cannot succeed unless your person succeeds. So you are forced to invest all you've got into your person before you can hope to leverage their effort and earn money from their sweat. Isn't that exciting? That's what we are doing here. So that is what you're looking at quadrant 3. So what we are all looking to do in Origin, some of us have made the transition, some of us are in the process of making the transition, some of us are just getting started. You start as a self-employed because we have no employees in Origin. Everyone is a business owner or an entrepreneur. Once you enroll, you are an entrepreneur, a self-employed business person. But then you begin to build your foundations, which is why we are doing all of these teachings and all of these trainings, is to give you the skill, the knowledge, the expertise to build yourself a large business. Okay? Now, so if I am expecting to earn income from you for the next 10, 15, 20, 25 years as God lives, then it makes a lot of sense that I must first put into you before I expect to get anything out. Okay? I must first put into you before I expect to get anything out. And that is very, very important. Okay? So what I'm doing right now is ensuring that I'm providing an environment where growth can take place. I'm providing an environment where people can explode and become all they are supposed to become by the grace of God. That is my dream. So I must never get tired in investing into people. People are the greatest investment you can ever make in life. People will earn you fortunes if you first believe in them and if you first invest in them. They will turn around. They will surprise you with what you can earn or what can become because of them. So take time out to invest in your people. Don't be a selfish leader. Always think about yourself. You are never going to go far. I tell you that now. Because our business is not about selfish people. If you help enough people get what they want, you will have everything you want. Okay? So that brings us to the third quadrant, the business owner. Then the fourth quadrant, of course, is the investor quadrant. This is really where everybody wants to be. This is where you have money working for you instead of you working for the money. But you first have to earn the money first before you can invest it. For example, if you happen to have $1 million under your mattress, all right, $1 million generating, I know places where your $1 million would generate 18, 25, 27% return for you. A bit riskier, but it will work. Your money will work as a slave for you. But if we took a very, very comfortable, non-threatening investment where you have what I call an overage of, say, 5%, 5% coming back to you from your million that you've invested, that would generate $50,000 a year for you. That is your money working for you. You could be in the Bahamas, you could be drinking your Mai Tai in Tahiti or in Bora Bora somewhere. Your money doesn't care where you are. Your money is just working. Okay? And all you see, you just keep ching, 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 ching. It is generating for you returns. All right? If you have $500,000 somewhere invested at 5%, that is generating $25,000 a year return for you without you lifting a finger. All you do is you move your money from one place to another place, from one place to another place, and it's just laboring, doing the work. Now, wouldn't you like that? This is why a lot of people went into the real estate market. If you've been fortunate not to be one of those who've had their portfolio of property investment crash, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. That's why people rush to own their own property, especially in the UK, because you could buy that and then leverage it out. You then put it out on rent. And then, of course, it's bringing money for you every month, okay, if you are fortunate, okay, because, you know, you're doing some money for you on that debt. Maybe you're cleaning out to maybe 50, 100 pounds, 200, 300 pounds, 400 pounds a month. You're able to pick up from your property investment every month extra after rent has been paid, and you invest that money. So that's where everybody wants to be. But to become a successful investor, you have to become truly successful business owner that has generated a lot of money, and then you channel your money into the fourth quadrant, which is where most of us, of course, want to really be. Our money, and that's where all the money you earn from origin, you begin to put a lot of those into the I quadrant, and that begins to crunch the numbers for you. You never go broke again. Okay, so you see, so I hope this gives you a quick idea of what you're looking for. In origin, you're looking at about 2 to 3 years to make the transition from self-employed to becoming a big business owner, where you are that the big business owners out there earn as well. Okay, $500,000, $1 million a year, $250,000 a year, $100,000 a year. You begin to earn all this kind of money. This is where it happens. Okay. On average, 2 to 3 years to hit those. With if you're growing very fast in origin, you can break go in your first 1 year. With if you're building the right business. So I hope that was helpful to you. So let's go to the next point. Hold on 1 second, just to check. You guys are way too quiet. Let me make sure. Onyinye Umosu, I see you. Natalia Aragona, I see you. Nabila Bangura, I see you. Wikali, I see you. Milka Ruhaha, I see you. Monique, I see you. Mekali, Lucy, I see you. Joseph Wanki, Joseph Isere, Janetta Movili, Janie Ezioba, Herbert Chimanga, Fortune Edward Eso, Elliot Mosia, David Muema, Cyprian Tefo. Right, I see you all, but just to check quickly, let's see. Let's see whether David, okay, doesn't have a microphone. Lady Edith, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud. Okay, good evening, Charles. How are you?
Awesome stuff. Good. Okay, so everybody's hearing what I'm saying. Wonderful. Thank you, ma'am. Good to have you on the call.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Okay, wonderful. All right, what's that? Got a message. You are very right, Sir Charles, about the timing in the self-employed page from Dorcas Kelly. Okay. Dorcas, we're coming to you shortly, okay? Our brand new supervisor. Really excited for you. Okay, wonderful. So, okay, still, wonderful. Let's go to the next topic. How does leveraging really work in MLM? Let me say this to you. Most people who talk the MLM do not really understand. And you have to know that, okay? I am reminded all the time of our Lord Jesus Christ when he said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. All right? Sometimes people, the thing that they need to succeed are the same thing that they talk down because they do not understand. And listen, a lot of people have done a dirty job of presenting MLM to people. They've done an absolutely terrible job. So because of that, people are naturally suspicious because their experiences were not nice experiences. Okay? And then that negative perpetuates. They go on to tell other people what they themselves have experienced. But when people are introduced to the true principles of this noble business that we are in, they are so excited that they now teach the same thing. This is why teaching in this business is critical. And this is why teachers do much better than salespeople in our business. Because our business is about teaching. All right? Sales are things that naturally happens. It's not about aggressive selling. No. It's about teaching for understanding so people comprehend. When people truly understand what is happening, they naturally will want to be part of it. Whether they are attorneys, lawyers, whether they are doctors or surgeons, whether they are politicians, once they understand, they will naturally want to be part, which is why we have these people in our business. Politicians, doctors, accountants, lawyers. That's why they're here, because they understand what's going on has been properly articulated to them. That's why you must become a network marketing professional. This you must know your business and learn how to present your business. In fairness, there are low-class people in everything. There are low-class car salespeople and there are professional salespeople. There are low-class doctors. They are professional doctors. They are low-class dentists. They are professional dentists. In every walk of life, you're going to find low-class people, but you're also going to find the professionals. The challenge is for you and I to become professional. That when we discuss this with people, they leave impressed. Whether they do this or not, they leave impressed that they understand what is going on. You see? And they have a good thing to say about your industry because their mouth goes a long way. You don't want them to be negative all the time because negative is not good. You could have 3% negative people and they can ruin the entire society. All right? Okay, so hold on, got a question. I hear you from Belgium. Okay, thank you, Bert. That's Bert van den Dungen. That's in Belgium. Wonderful. All right. Now, most of you have seen this quote. I first came across this quote about 19 years ago when I was new in the industry of network marketing. It says, I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than having 100% of my own effort. That's by whoever lived, John D. Rockefeller. And that makes so much sense, as you're beginning to see in a moment, as I'm going to prove to you right now. Okay? So, another of my own definition of leveraging. Leveraging is the art of duplicating your time through the efforts of others in order for you to achieve maximum results. Now, if you're already in a 9-to-5 type job as an employee, the owner of the company you work for already is doing this with you. Okay? You are helping them to achieve their dream. And they are paying you a salary in return, which you use to take care of your home, your family, your kids. So they are paying you for it. It's not free. All right? It is through leveraging that you are giving a chance to gain more with less effort. Every rich person understands leveraging. And you must understand leveraging because you can't create wealth without it. For example, look at this. Robert Kiyosaki says, change your focus from making money to serving more people. Serving more people makes the money come in. It's like a catch-22, isn't it? Okay? You want the money. Yes. But don't focus on that first. Focus on saving the people. Because if you serve people, they'll bring in the money. You see how it works? So that's in the right balance in our business. Serve the people. Really serve the people. They will make you the money. Everybody here. Right? I hope that's making sense to you. Okay? Don't leave behind a lot of what I call carcasses. Don't leave your people bulldoze your way and then just, listen, ignore them behind you, not how they are faring, how they are doing, whether they're having any success, whether they're having any, you've just earned for a moved on. That is terrible. That is a job situation. You are not building a business. Okay? Until you begin to duplicate, you are not building a business. Let's look at the second idea from Kiyosaki. Look at this. The richest people in the world, they look for and they build networks. Everyone else looks for work. Isn't that amazing? The richest people build networks, everybody else look for work. You see a change in the mentality, a change in the thinking. The rich people build networks. Everybody else are looking for work. Sky Network, right? That's a network of satellite channels, network, radio network, network, a franchise network. All this, all networks, more than one. That's what you are doing here. You are building networks, as I'm going to show you in a minute. As you are building networks, you've moved away from everybody else who is looking for work, because through your networks, through your interconnectivity with the people that are joining you and they join you in droves, you create a lot of wealth. All right? So, let's move on. I see some data in the moment, right? That's how this or leverage works. The example I want to show you right now will give you an instant understanding of how leverage or compound interest works. It was Albert Einstein that said that the most powerful force in the entire universe is the force of compound interest. It's like magic. Excuse me. Here's how it works. Some of you have come across something similar to this, all right? What will shock you is, over the years, I've asked people, if I gave you $250,000 right now, or if I gave you a penny, will help you double that penny every single day for 30 days, or $250,000 upfront, which one will you go for? 9 out of 10 over the years have told me I'll take the $250,000. And you can't blame them, because the $250,000 sounds like a huge sum of money, and it is. But do you know that if you doubled 1 penny every single day for 30 days, it will deliver you more than $5 million? You heard me right. All right? By the way, I've done this exercise several times, so do it yourself. Day one, you take a penny, all right, or in this instance, a cent, the dollar, or take a penny. Let's use a penny, more comfortable with a penny. Day two, that penny becomes 2p. Day three becomes 4p. Day four, it becomes the 4 times 2 becomes 8. 8 times 2 becomes 16. 16 times 2 becomes 2. 32 times 2 becomes 64. So notice what's happening. In the first 1 week, your penny has grown to 0.64p of a pound. Okay? So, in the first 7 days, that penny has worked very, very hard, but look at all it's been able to generate. 64p. Now, look at what happens in day 8. Day 8, that doubles. It has now broken over the $1 or 1 pound barrier. So day 8, double the 64, you now got 1.28. Day 9, look at what's happened. $2.56 or £2.56. Day 10, you've now got 5 pounds or $5. So in your first 10 days, from a penny, which is not bad, in the first 10 days, that penny has delivered 5 pounds or $5 for you. Now watch what begins to happen. Day 11, it has become 10 pounds or $10. Day 12, it has become $20 or 20 pounds. Day 13, 40. That penny is now worth $40 or 40 pounds. Day 14 is become 81 pounds. That 1p that we throw away all the time, that we call now, right? Day 15, look at what's happening in day 15. Can you see that? So in 2 weeks, that 1p is worth $163 or 63 pounds. It's getting exciting, right? Day 16, over $300 or 300 pounds. Day 605. Day 18, $1,310. Day 19, $2,621 from that 1p. We're now talking thousands. Day 20, $5,242 or pounds. Day 21, look at what is happening, 3 weeks. Your 1p is now worth just $10,500 or $10,500 pounds. Day 22 is doubled. Now now you see the power of compound interest going to work for you. Because what is happening now is the power of what we call the geometric progression or exponential growth. It's like magic. Okay? Day 22, $20,000. Now, look at what is happening. Day 23, $41,000. Day 24, $83,000 or pounds. Day 25, $167,000 or pounds. Day 26, over $250,000 or pounds, over 330,000. Day 27, 71,000, $750,000, almost dollars or pounds. Day 28, I believe what your eyes are seeing right now, $1.3 million or pounds. Day 29, $2 million. Day 30, almost $5.5 million. Day 31. So you see what begins to happen, and this is why you've heard the adage, watch the pennies. Because the pennies become pounds and they grow into thousands. Some of you are probably shocked to see what's happening in front of your very eyes. Take your calculator and it will deliver the same result for you every time if you work it out. All right? That's the power of compound interest, the power of leverage. Now, this is the same power you want to use in building your business. So I hope this is making some sense to you. All right? Okay, let's look at how you can leverage in Origin as we begin to wrap up. Number one, let's use this as an example. All right? In Origin, we did 6, but let's take 5. I couldn't find the right thing I needed for 6. Let's take 5. You bring in 5 front lines. That could be 10 front lines. It could be 15 front lines. All right? But let's assume you brought in 5 front lines. Origin says, right, if you bring these 5 front lines, we will pay you 100 euros or $100 on each of these 5. So you brought 5. The company pays you $500 on each of those 5. Now, you are going to start seeing leverage. That is the real leverage. Now, this is where you see leverage taking place. Look at level 2. All right? Level 2, you've got 25, let's say, ambassadors. Because those 5 brought in their own 5. You got 25. Origin says we will pay you 15 euros times 25. But in all honesty, you earn more than 15 euros. Because 15 euros is only one income stream from Origin called the unilever fast-track bonus. Now, leveraging is beginning to take place for you. You are doubling your productivity. You are doubling your effort. Let me ask you a hypothetical question right now. You see all these people here in level 2, 25 people. Assume you brought these 25 people. and you said to them, I'm going to teach each and every one of you, I'm going to show you how you earn $100 or 100 euros, but with a condition. If I showed you how to earn $100 or euros, will you give me back $20 or 20 euros? What do you think most of them will say to you? Most of them will tell you, of course. Because you have helped them to keep $80, which they never had before, and they have given you 20. Now, if you go and help these 25 people to earn 100 each, and they all gave you 20, 20, 20, 20 each, who makes the most money? Okay, I can hear you screaming the answer to me. You do. All right? But the person is happy with their $80, which they never had before. So they don't mind giving you $20 or $15 out of it. Okay? Just to keep it simple, let's call it $15. Even though you're making more than $15, because when the other income stream kicks in, you are making much more than $15. Okay? But let's just keep it simple and say the 25, you are now paid 15 on the 25, right? Now what is that? So that is $375 So everyone keeps the $80, they are happy, but you have earned $375. I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's effort than earning 100% of my own effort. You see, those of you who are not building teams, you don't understand leverage yet. You have a job. If all you do right now is just every time, all you just want is, by the way, I'm not saying this is wrong, as long as you have a medium to long range goal in mind to build a large network, you're recruiting. If you are not working that way, if you're just recruiting just to earn money, you don't understand it. Because I can tell you this now, 6 solid people in your origin business can earn you hundreds of thousands a year and potentially over $1 million a year. 3 people in your business can make you a millionaire. Just listen to what I'm telling you, okay? If you speak to most million earners, they will tell you 75% of their income comes from probably 2 or maybe 3 people from their entire business. The difference is finding the special person. That is the reason you recruit. You see, you have to sponsor intentionally, looking for the gold, looking for the diamond. That's the reason you should be sponsoring. You sponsor them all because you don't know who has got the diamond or who's got gold. You don't know. It is not by their presentation. It's not by their articulation. It's not by the way they walk. It's not by their job titles. No. You have no idea. You will only know who they are by the, as Dr. Martin Luther King said, by the content of the character. By what they do. Hello? By what they do. Not what they say. By what they do. I wish I was in front of you right now to make sure that every emphasis on my command is being utilized right now. By what they do. So the reason you sponsor new people, you are sponsoring because you are looking for gold. Don Fela called them the gold sheep. You are looking for the gold sheep, not the empty sheep. You are looking for the gold sheep. That's why you sponsor. The reason you are going through the numbers is you are looking for your golds, for your platinums, for your diamonds. And you find them through people because they are there. Okay? So I hope it's making sense now. So leveraging goes to work for you where you are not killing yourself. You are not out there trying to, there's, for some of us right now working flat out, there's a reason we are working flat out because we are building the company. And we are the pioneering set. But I can tell you this right now, very, very soon, it takes on a life of its own. Right now, I am privileged to have some amazing teams. I don't have to do a single thing to earn. Do you follow? That's leverage. But I have invested energy and time, and I still keep doing it. All right? But it's taking on a life of its own. It's going to happen for every single one of you as you do the right things. Now, so you see the second level right now, leveraging is taking place. You are earning a percentage of all of the 25 people's effort. But they don't mind because they are earning their own. You see? So it's not as if they are taking from their own and giving to you. The company is paying you. So they are happy because they are earning their own. Look at what happened at the third level. The third level now, the 25 people have now duplicated. They have also sponsored their own 5. 25 times 5 is 125 on your third level, based on this example. Now it's getting exciting because the numbers are working for you. You see what happens to your income? This is only based on your uni-level fast-track bonus, just one income stream out of the 8. You have expense allowance that will kick in at this level, number 1. You have your TVC commission which will kick in. So right now, this kind of level, you are looking more around the 3.5 to 5K income. All right? Now, look at what happens in level 4. When that level 125 now duplicate times 5, you got 625 at the 4th level. Now, your uni-level fast-track bonus is paid at $15 on the 625. See what's happening to your income? The power of numbers. You are leveraging numbers now, and your income has gone up to nearly 10 grand. Now, when you add, this is only your uni-level fast-track bonus. You have your perpetual uni-level commission that will be added. You have your TVC commission, which is powerful, which will be added. You have your you have your leadership bonuses. You have your allowance. You have your first premier leg bonus commission, generational matching bonuses, everything can. So at this kind of level of impact, you are looking more around the 15, 17K income for that month. Is that making sense to you? Now, you cannot get to these levels without leverage. Not possible. You have to work through a lot of people. They are the ones that will deliver that kind of income for you. This is why this business is a team effort, not a one-man band. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to help you to see the bigger picture. The reason why when you're building this business, you need to have a 2 to 5 year vision or game plan, excuse me, because you see where you are going. Because this 4th level, when this duplicates to the 5th level, you got 3,125. The numbers explode for you. You begin to look at monthly income of 40, 50, 60K. All right? Plus, plus, plus. So now you begin to see what we are building towards. So I hope this has helped you to expand your vision about the business, to see the business you are in, to see one of the most powerful tools that will enable you to build your empires. Right? Thank you very much. And as we say, a nice big smile from me here saying have a great night. Because everyone that says have a great night, but I saw would have a great day. Carpe diem. That means let us seize the day. Let us seize the moment. Let us seize the week. And let us seize the month. Thank you very much. What I'm going to do now, of course, we are going to hear from some people right now. And the first 2 people I want to hear from, first of all, are our newest stars. Those 2 people who have just achieved the supervisor position. You would all recognize that the supervisor is the first position of leadership in origin. And we make a big song and dance about it, because these are people now who are truly supervising their own teams of 50 people, their own teams of 100 people, and so on. All right? And every senior position in Origin is a glorified senior position. The reason why I have achieved the President Circle position is because I have helped a lot of people in my team to achieve supervisor, senior supervisor, executive, and so on. And this is why I have moved up to President Circle. So supervisor is the first place. The next thing for these wonderful people now is to begin to duplicate and develop other supervisors in their own teams, and away they go. Exciting? Awesome stuff.